Hey deep divers, welcome back. Today we're diving into something that's got everybody talking personal branding. But here's the catch. It's not just about plastering your name everywhere. We're talking about building something authentic, something that really shows what you bring to the table. And as always, we've gone through all your notes, articles, all that good stuff about creating a powerful personal brand. So are we ready to refine this into something truly valuable?
Absolutely. You know what often gets missed in all the excitement is that a truly amazing personal brand isn't built on illusions. It's built on a strong base of offering something truly remarkable. Imagine a restaurant with a fancy facade, like it deserves a Michelin star, but then the food is just bland and boring.
Oh no, that's a recipe for disaster. They forgot the most important thing, delicious food.
Right. No amount of fancy branding can save that.
So before we even get to logos or slogans, we really need to figure out the heart of what we're offering.
Exactly. It all begins with the quality of your service, your product, your craft, whatever you bring to the world. That's the foundation on which a strong personal brand is built.
So let's say you've put your heart and soul into creating something amazing. You've baked that perfect loaf of bread. Now what? How do you let people know about it? How do you get them lining up at your door?
That's where awareness comes in. It's about strategically putting your creation, your expertise on the map. Think of it like sending a satellite into space. It's not enough to just launch it. You have to make sure it's in the correct orbit, sending the right signals to reach the people you want.
Okay, I see what you mean. So it's not about shouting from the rooftops, it's about targeted visibility. But the online world is so noisy. How do we stand out?
That's where we move past just existing online and step into real engagement. This is where the Say Awareness section of what we've been looking at is really important. It highlights how important it is to build awareness in specific communities, the niche groups where your ideal audience is.
So instead of trying to appeal to everyone, we're focusing on the people who are most likely to connect with what we're offering. It's like choosing to open a shop at a farmer's market instead of a crowded mall. You're more likely to attract customers who truly appreciate what you're selling.
Exactly. Imagine you're a graphic designer who specializes in creating amazing visuals for sustainable businesses. Instead of broadcasting your message to every designer out there, you would focus on connecting with online communities interested in sustainability, ethical consumption, and eco-conscious living.
It's about finding your tribe, your people, the ones who are actively looking for what you excel at. But how do we go from them just being aware to actually understanding the value you offer?
Now, that's where showcasing your expertise comes into play, demonstrating your knowledge, skills, and unique approach. Content creation becomes really important here. It's your secret weapon.
Content is king, right? We're not talking about just churning out generic blog posts or posting random selfies.
Absolutely not. The key is to provide real value to your audience through your content. Think of it as building a bridge between what you know and what they need to know.
Okay, I like that analogy.
Yeah.
It's about bridging the gap and giving them valuable information, insights, maybe even entertainment that really connects with them.
Exactly. For example, let's say you're a fitness coach. You wouldn't just post any old workout routine. You would create content that teaches people about proper form, gives them nutrition tips tailored to their goals, maybe even share inspiring stories about your clients' transformations.
It's about proving your expertise in a way that's both informative and engaging. So we've sparked their interest, we've shown them what we're good at, and now they're hooked. But they're probably wondering, okay, what exactly do you do?
That's where it becomes so important to really define what you offer. It's about showing the connection between your expertise and how you can actually help people.
So it's not enough to just say, I'm a coach or I'm a consultant. We need to be specific, paint a clear picture of the problems we solve and the solutions we bring.
Exactly. This is where the SUSE consideration part of your research comes in. It's all about guiding your audience through that process of making a decision. Let's say you're a web developer. Instead of just saying web development is your service, you break it down. You say things like e-commerce websites, custom WordPress themes, SEO optimization. You're painting a vivid picture of what you offer.
It's like having a menu with those really tempting descriptions.
Yeah.
You're enticing them with the specifics, showing them the unique things about what you offer.
I like how you're sticking with the food analogies. And speaking of menus, have you ever noticed how some restaurants really emphasize their locally sourced ingredients or how committed they are to sustainability?
All the time. It's like they're saying, we care about the whole process, not just the end result.
Exactly. And that's where building a strong digital reputation is so important, especially now. It's about showing your values, your ethics, your commitment to quality in everything you do online.
Because online trust is everything, right? We're always getting bombarded with information, and it's tough to know who to believe.
Exactly. And that's where the idea of exoriune from your research comes in. It's about being transparent, being authentic, being consistent in building an online presence that makes people trust you. Think about it. You're more likely to trust a restaurant that has tons of positive reviews and photos that actually match what it's like to eat there, not one that has just a few reviews and a questionable online presence.
That makes total sense.
Right.
We trust what we see, what other people are saying, and things that match up with our own values. So how do we go about building that really solid digital reputation? Where do we even start?
It starts by making sure your online presence matches your core values and the quality of the service you're offering. Just like you wouldn't want a messy, disorganized kitchen in your restaurant, your online space should show how much you care and how professional you are. A well-designed website, professional social media profiles, consistent branding, these all help to create a credible first impression.
It's like having a virtual storefront that's welcoming and trustworthy.
Yeah.
But it's more than just how it looks, right? It's about what's behind the scenes, too.
Absolutely. Content creation is so important for building credibility. Remember that bridge we were talking about? Well, now it's time to make that bridge even stronger with really reliable materials. This means sharing valuable content that educates, inspires, or entertains your audience, content that really makes you look like a leader in your field.
So we're talking blog posts, articles, videos, podcasts, all that good stuff. But it has to be high quality.
Yeah.
Right? We can't just throw something together and expect the best.
Definitely. Just like you wouldn't serve a half-baked cake at your bakery. Your content needs to be well-researched, well-written, and visually appealing.
And I bet consistency is important, too. It's not about just popping up online every now and then.
You're absolutely right. Consistency is key. Imagine a bakery that's only open sometimes. You'd never know when to go to get your fresh bread. It's
Right.
the same online. If you're consistently posting content, engaging in conversations, giving people a behind-the-scenes look at your process, it builds trust and familiarity.
It's about creating those online relationships, those connections that make people feel like they know you and trust your expertise. So we've talked about awareness, showcasing expertise, building credibility. What else is there? There's got to be more to this whole personal branding thing.
You know, there's actually one really crucial thing we haven't even touched on yet, and it's a big one. Something that can make or break a personal brand, especially these days.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm all ears.
Yeah.
Lay it on me.
It's that word people seem to either love or hate. Networking.
Networking. But it doesn't have to be all awkward handshakes and elevator pitches, right?
Definitely not. Think of it more like cross-pollination. You're sharing valuable stuff, information, resources, even just good vibes within your field, and even outside of it.
Yeah.
The key is to be genuine whether you're connecting online or offline.
Okay, so we're not talking about spamming people's inboxes with generic messages like "let's connect." It's about building real relationships with people you actually find interesting.
Exactly. Imagine you're a musician. Instead of just blasting your new song to everyone you meet, you could connect with other musicians whose work you admire. You could join online forums for music lovers. You could even offer to collaborate on a project.
It's about creating a whole community around your passion, your craft, your expertise. And you never know, those connections could lead to amazing opportunities in the future.
Absolutely. You just never know where a genuine connection might take you. That's the beauty of networking. It's about planting seeds, nurturing those relationships, and then watching them grow over time.
I love that analogy. So we've covered so much today, from why it's crucial to offer amazing service to how to build a trustworthy presence online and nurture those authentic connections. It's clear that building a strong personal brand isn't just one thing, it's a whole journey.
It really is. And just like any journey worth taking, it requires consistency, patience, and a willingness to change and grow along the way.
Because creating a brand that truly connects with people, one that shows the value you bring to the world, well, that's not an overnight thing. It's an ongoing process of putting yourself out there, refining your message, and building stronger connections.
That's a great way to put it. It's all about embracing the journey, learning from every experience, and never forgetting what's important to you and what makes you stand out.
As we wrap up this deep dive, let's leave our listeners with something to think about. What's one small but impactful thing they can do this week to start building, or maybe just fine-tuning their own personal brand?
How about this? What's one platform where your ideal audience spends their time? Choose that one, and this week really focus on making it shine. Update your profile, share some valuable content, or just engage in a real conversation. Even one small step can make a huge difference.
I love that. Just one step towards a more authentic, more impactful you. It's not about getting famous overnight. It's about creating something real, something that will last.
Exactly. And remember, the world needs what you have to offer. Don't be afraid to share your unique brilliance.
That's a wrap on another deep dive, everyone. Until next time, keep exploring, keep creating, and keep shining bright.